Viewers and myth fans, this is your host, Par73, bringing you a blast from the past. This is a match between BMF and Civil in the 4th round of the top bracket in the Myth World Cup 1999. These games took place over 15 years ago between these teams. The films were able to be saved, and you can find them on Google if you know where to look. But I figured I'd help get them up on YouTube for all to see, maybe some of these players' grandchildren one day. And won't try to foreshadow too much, but the epicness between these two teams might be understated in this match. I've tried to help provide some commentary about it. But BMF was essentially ranked by 212 people to get first place, while Civil was ranked by 200 people to get first place. So effectively they were the top number 1, number 2, most likely to win the tournament powerhouse type teams. And by the way that the qualifying round seeding went, they met a little bit earlier than a top bracket finals or anything special like that. And at the beginning of this match in game 1, BMF took a commanding lead on Civil. Like commanding. There's pretty much no coming back after that sensibly. By the way the CTF scoring is, it was like a 22-point differential. And after that they lost another game by about 16 points, and those are just two huge holes. The remaining games being a captured slow-paced map where the balls can be out of reach and inaccessible by all the units on the map, and finally an allied flagged rally game. Civil's hopes of winning the match were pretty much essentially crushed during the first two couple of games. But here we are in the final part of the match. The teams have stuck with it, and this is all about good games here. BMF, one team captained by Modem in the northeast, and Papa Scrub capping their team in the northeast, and Modem in the northwest. I'm sorry, and Tilbs capping for Civil in the southwest, while Stinger will be capping in the southeast.
Game on.
Noticing the trades, Papa Scrub and Modem's team are opting to get some pus, while BMF is not.
Flag captured.
Now, neither of these teams traded for pus when given the opportunity before on Crack CTF. It's interesting to note Game 2 might have been played out differently and could have featured some pus. But then percent advantages played such a huge role in the way the points would be scored. So it did not end up happening. It looks like Sid the Great is going to hold the Eastern BMF flank here against Civil, while Papa Scrub, his team captain, will be moving towards the western part of the map to support the other BMF army. It looks like Civil is doing something very similar, while PMG is going to cut through the middle part of the map, which is going to leave Modem facing off at the moment against Ruiner and Stefan. But it looks like El Destructo will be moving in for a pinch, although he's going to meet up with Papa Scrub. And Mr. allowing his teammate Dark Angel to tag here. That was the way Allied flag rally games worked. Your team still needed to secure the flag. I believe the scoring was, if it's 24 points max, and there are 8 flags.
Flag captured.
Each flag is probably 2 points, and then some sort of allied scoring, I don't know. But we have the pus going down for BMF. Scorpio getting a nice hit on Ruiner's Dwarf. Unfortunately,
captured.
Modem's archers out of range to be able to capitalize along with Papa Scrubs on that crucial moment. Not a lot of pus used during this match. I believe I saw more pus used during the Saber Runners and Stonehenge match.
Captured. Flag captured.
And Ruiner, or Modem, and Papa Scrub able to just put the hurt on Ruiner. His dwarf goes down. He's losing archers left and right. He's gonna have to bail out of there. As Papa Scrub unable to really help. Modem just, oh, Papa Scrub's not on his team. Yeah, I'm sorry. It looks like El Destructo's just moved on here. He's not looking to support the other civil team. Scorpio and Papa Scrub are going to clean that up. And Stefan will be moving on with his warriors. Ruiner instructing him to just play for flags, which is probably the right move here. Pete MG kind of holding off here. Mister doing some poking. People respond by moving out of the way. LD is going to take this flag up here in the northeast.
Flag captured. Flag captured.
And Papa Scrub's Thrall are going to go down
Flag
here.
captured.
Ananab Tilp's Thrall, rather. I'm so confused with the colors, and probably naturally dyslexic in my own right, so having some issues here. Although I'm sure it has more to do with actually reading, but visual impairment is visual impairment.
Flag captured.
No more excuses, right? These guys have given no excuses here. Civil giving it their all in this last game. However, they are down effectively in flags. BMF totaling 12 to Civil's 10. And Civil moving in on the BMF flag here. It's lights out for Mythster. Modem has half of his team's army. Maybe he will be detaching some units to his teammate in light of those team wiping events. Ruiner also out of units at this moment.
Flag captured.
Providing more
5
orders,
minutes
which
remaining.
team communication cannot never be overestimated in its value. It's always underestimated, in my opinion. And Sid the Great, he's gonna move in and push Stinger here.
Flag captured. Victory imminent. Flag captured. Victory imminent.
And it's victory imminent for Civil, and then immediately right after,
Flag
victory
captured.
imminent for BMF. Both of those
Victory
BMF
imminent.
teams are going to tag it. So I believe BMF might actually be leading this game somehow. And Civil Order moving on to the final flag here is Pete, MG, and Stefan, along with Ananab Tilps, while Stinger holds on for dear life, able to wipe that melee out and at the same time eat up Sid the Great's archers. A little micromanagement will go a long way here for his defense. And he will be knocking out that low health goal, holding on to the game long enough for his team to secure flag number 1. Sid the Great effectively being kited right off of his flag by Ruiner. And Scorpio and Papa Scrub will effectively end contest here.
Flag captured.
And there you have it, folks. That is game 5 between these guys. quickest one, I believe, out of them all. The Allied scoring is a little different, and that fire is pretty loud. So let's move over here on the map. And before going through the stats, let me just check up on the scoring. For Allies in the Myth World Cup on Flag Rally, 8 flags, it's 1 point per flag. You get 5 points if your Allied team is in first, 3 points if your Allied team is in second, 1 point if you are in third, and 0 points for being in fourth. So effectively here, Civil's Untamed Tilps team snags 8 points and 5 flags for being in, 8 points for flags, 5 points for being in first. BMF, Modem team, Black team, they will snag 11 points. BMF's Dark Green team will be taking home 8 points with 7 flags and 1 point for third place. And Civil's fourth team not receiving any points for placing, but still able to get 7 points. And if you add that all up, the first and the 15 flags, even amount of flags for both teams, BMF second and third with the 15 flags, the game goes to Civil Order, 20 points, to BMF's 19 points. And in light of the match, that will move Civil from 23 points to 43 points, and BMF will move from 54 points to 73 points. A nice prime number, if I do say so myself. Actually, both numbers are prime numbers in this case, I believe. This was a prime match. Unfortunate that Civil got down so early. I think it caused for the match to play out a lot differently than people were anticipating at the time, and how I had personally anticipated it to play out. Looking more at the statistics of the game graphs in all their glory. You can't really see the black team much here, but you can see Civil's first place team jumping out to the early damage lead, then just securing the late flags later, able to kite that last force, and that was all that was needed to secure this victory here. Whereas by the end of the game, BMF's Modem team and their Papa Scrub team are both pretty high in kills and damage. So, in fact, leading Civil in damage. But let's jump through the stats. Let's wrap this up, because it has been a pleasure. And we will start with Untamed Tilps stats. He captained for one of his teams, the winning team, which got the 5 points for the win and 8 flags. Untamed Tilps went 1 and 9 with 29 damage. Pete MG 6 and 1, coming up with the ratios for his squad. 31 damage with his double dwarfing duo of destruction. Stefan 1 and 2 with 7 damage, and Ruiner, he netted 0 kills, 9 losses, and 31 damage, providing direction for his team later on in the game. My Modem's BMF team, he went 8 and 2, 61. He controlled more than half of his team's units. Mr. 2 and 11, 33 damage. Scorpio 2 and 3 with 25 damage, and Hunted HDK coming up short in kills and damage. receiving 2 losses in the game. They netted the second place 3 points and 8 flags. Let's see, Papa Scrub for BMF, he went 15 and 2, 51 damage. Sid the Great, although he did get kited off the flag to end the game, in light of that, perhaps Papa Scrub should have been maintaining it, could have traded the units off, and maybe Dark Angel could have asked for it. But, yeah, Dark Angel, only 1 kill, 1 damage, 1 loss, 1 across the board. He's a binary type of guy, and the 1 point for the 3rd place and the 7 flags will be 8 total for this team. Civil Order's Stinger team, 12 kills, 15 losses, 68 damage. LD, 9 kills, 1 loss, 25 damage. Last but not least, Manage for Civil, 0 kills, 7 losses, and 6 damage. This team nets 0 points for 4th placement, but will net 7 points for their tags, effectively being able to keep up with the pace of the game, despite having less percent than any other team. BMF outBCs Civil here, but Civil manages to secure the win. Series will end, 2-2 and tie. But point-wise, it is 73 points to Civil's 43. So, moving on to the top bracket to face the Saber Rummers will be BMF, and heading on to the bottom bracket to face elimination will be Civil Order. I believe they will be matched up against Evil Incorporated. So we will have to see how that match goes. If this powerhouse team is able to respond. If this tournament was single elimination, that's it right there. And we'll just have to see how the show unfolds. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the cast. This will wrap everything up. It's been quite an enjoyable cast. Overall, that early lead by BMF pretty much puts the match in their favor for the rest of the series, and in their wisdom, they never really give Civil the opportunity to make any major gains back on them via scoring. So, it helps to read the rules and know how matches will be scored. And, yeah, walking off the flag early by Ruiner, Visigoth. Stinger's archers were kind of out of range. Scorpio making the move. That is the play of the match by far. You will have to check out Game 1 for that. And, hope you all enjoyed the show. This is Power73 signing out for now. Be sure to check out BMF's match against the Saber Rummers, which chronologically I may or may not have actually done before any other match in this tournament. And I had a lot of fun, pursuing this idea and goal, so I hope you enjoy the fruits of the labor if you do bear witness. And definitely be sure to check out Civil's matchup with Evil Incorporated. Both those matches may feature special guests from players who were participants of the matches at the time they were played 15 years ago, which would be something I would really like to see. So we will have to see if that can be a feature in their production. So yeah, this is Power73 signing out.
Game.
GG's.